Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be doing the full card breakdown for UFC Vegas 54. Blachowicz versus Rakic, full card breakdown. Pretty decent card, let's be real. But yeah, starting with the early prelim opener of Nick Maximov versus Andre Prochazka. I am going to be leaning Maximov here. I don't really think Andre Prochazka is that great. I think he's kind of mediocre, if I'm being quite honest with you. Nick Maximov, I think, is actually a bit above that mediocre level. I think he's pretty good. Nick Maximov. Nick Maximov is coming off a win, a great win over Punelli Soriano. And that's an impressive win there. And I thought, controlling Punelli Soriano for that long is very impressive, I think. And I thought he won that fight 2-1. There he did beat Cody Brundage, and Cody Brundage we've seen beating guys like Dolce Lingambula, and he's pretty good. He did have some trouble against Brundage, but Brundage is pretty good, man. He is a solid fighter. I just don't think Prochazka's that good. I think Punelli Soriano and Cody Brundage combined are way, way better than Hu Yao Zhang, and Michael Gilmore. They're way better than those people. He did eventually beat those guys in the third round, but the thing in Prochazka's game, he always shoots guillotines. Every time someone shoots on him, he does get guillotines. He could get one here. I think he has a guillotine earlier in his career. If I'm being honest, I think he has a guillotine. Yeah, against Aaron Phillips and Tough, he got a guillotine there. I think Maximov's smart enough, and I think he has jiu-jitsu to be aware from that. I think he'll win a boring decision here. People call him boring, but his skill is really underrated. And he is boring, though, to be fair. But I think he'll win a 30-27, 29-28 decision over Prochazka pretty easily. And I think that's a comfortable pick. Moving on up the card, Carlos Candelario versus Tatsuro Taira. I think I predicted this one. Not UFC 274 last week. The week before, Marlon Vera versus Rod Font. But it's back here again, rescheduled. I am going to be leading Taira here. I'm still picking Taira. I think there's just a skill difference. Candelario is good. He can, he's really good at knowing to win fights. He knows. He's smart, but I think Taira, he leaves his back open a lot. I think Taira, he performs well against they both haven't fought great opponents again, but Taira performs better against Cans, I'd say, than Candelario. And I think Candelario is good, but I just don't see him winning this one. I think Taira will get an early sub here. Reina can choke. I think he'll get the job done. We'll see though. Moving on up the card, Verna Jandiroba versus Angela Hill. I'm going to be going with Angela Hill here. I don't think Jandiroba's that good, if I'm being quite honest with you. I don't think she's good at all. She does have a good record, 17-3. The guy is a good record, but I know she rocked Amanda Hebos in their fight, but other than when Hebos, other than when she dropped Hebos in the first round, next 2 rounds, Hebos was completely fine and was just sculling her on the feet. Let's be real. Just completely sculling her. And I just don't see her winning, man. And you're making Mackenzie Dern look good in the stand-up department. Making her look good. Mackenzie Dern, stand-up. She was beating Jandiroba in the stand-up in that fight. That's not a good sign to me, And she beat Kanako Murata, but that was an arm injury. She probably was going to win that fight. And how really good is Felice Herrig and Mallory Martin at this point? I think Angela Hill's got this one. Plus Hill, she arguably could have won that fight against Amanda Lemos, if I'm being quite honest. I know Lemos just got finished on Andrade, so that would look bad either way, but she could have won that fight. She arguably could have won every loss. Other than these ones down here, she won against Claudia Gadelha, clear. That was a robbery. Michelle Waterson fight was closer, but I think she could have won that as well. 1, 2, 5 rounds. I think she could have won that. Beat Ashley Yoder. Then she did lose to Tisha Torres, but that again in that fight against Tisha Torres, made it competitive. Torres is looking good lately, coming off great wins on a good win streak right now. I know she just lost to Mackenzie Dern, but if you score that fight for Dern, don't watch the sport. That was a clear robbery. She made the rounds competitive there. I thought she won against Amanda Lemos. Again, close fight there. I'm gonna go for her beating Janarova pretty comfortably. I don't think she'll get where. I think she'll have good enough takedown defense to not get worried, like not get taken down. Maybe she'll get taken down here and there, but I'm gonna go for like a close 29-28 decision for Angela Hill. Well, she probably will get robbed again, but I'm picking Hill. I'm gonna trust her to win this fight. Moving on up the card, Michael Johnson versus Alan Patrick or Alan Patrick. I'm gonna go for Michael Johnson here. Alan Patrick is good. He's not that great, though, to be fair. He's not that good. Like, he's alright, but, like, not that great. Like Mason Jones, he kind of, like, just he kind of, like, fake milked out of that one. Like, he was getting beat up by Mason Jones. Mason Jones had an eye poke accidentally. Kind of put his way out, if I'm being quite honest. But yeah, I take that as a loss for him. He got schooled by Bobby Green really badly. Like, he got schooled by Bobby Green 3 rounds. I just don't see this going well for him. I think Michael Johnson's going to win, but it's worrying with Michael Johnson at this point. 19 wins, 17 losses. But he trains at Stanford, a good gym. I think he can go out there and win, but like beating Dustin Poirier, knocking Dustin Poirier out cold badly, but then losing to Clay Guida and Thiago Moises. I just don't see it going well. He was looking good against Moises before he got submitted. Things happen. You get submitted in an ankle lock. But he was looking good against Moises. And Moises did alright against Islam Makhachev. I'll take that as something. But yeah, I think he can go out there and win. We'll see what happens. So I think he can go out there and win a 29-28 decision over Alan Patrick, or a 29-27 decision over Alan Patrick. Patrick gasses a lot, or Alan Patrick. Sorry, I don't even know what his name is. But I think I'm gonna go with Michael Johnson winning a close decision here, unanimously. I think he wins it. Michael Johnson, I think, will just outgrind Patrick in the later rounds, but we'll see. Moving on up the card. Moving on up the card though. To this card is small, man. Jeez, the prelims. There's only 10 fights on this card. 11 fights on this card. Jeez. But yeah, like, it's a good card, but like small. We'll see what happens though. Viviane Araújo versus Andrea Lee. I am gonna be leaning Andrea Lee here. Viviane Araújo. I don't even know. What's her name? Viviane Araújo. Viviane Araújo. She's good, and she does make close fights against girls. Like she makes close fights against like Caitlin Chikagian. It's a close fight there. She lost to Caitlin Chikagian, but she just got outlanded in that one. I thought she beat Roxanne Modafferi, but Modafferi, how good is she? And Montana De La Rosa, how good are these women fighters? She did lose to Jessica then. I think I'm gonna lean Andrea Lee, being with the kicks and just outlanding. I think she'll be outlanding. Oh, it was a phone call. But yeah, I think she has a reach advantage here over Araújo. Yeah, she has basically a 1.5-inch reach advantage, but I think she'll use the kicks. Just win a close decision win over Araújo. Or is it Araújo? I don't know. Rougeau. I think she'll win. Like, she beat up Cynthia Calvillo pretty easily, and she beat Antonina Shevchenko really easily. She did lose to Roxanne Modafferi, but I don't know about that, honestly. And she could have won against Laura Murphy, but Joanne Wood fights close, but I think she can go out there and win. And I think she'll win a decision. Moving on up the card. 29-28 I'm going to go with. Moving on to the main card. Jake Hadley versus Alan Escamento. I'm going to go for Jake Hadley. But this is tough, man. This is a tough debut for Jake Hadley. He was supposed to fight at UFC London against Francisco Figueiredo. And no biggie. Easy win for Hadley there, but then Figueiredo fell out. Nascimento stepped in. It was like, Nascimento has a good chance of winning this fight. I just think he does get held down a lot in his fights, and he tries going for, like, he's the type of guy to maybe get, like, a submission out of nowhere. Like, he's kind of that type of guy. But I think Jake Hadley, he does get held down a lot. I thought he actually won against Tagir Ulanbekov watching it back. Damage-based scoring. He was landing the damage. Tagir did absolutely nothing. He won that fight pretty clear, I thought, against Tagir Ulanbekov. But he got held down a lot in that fight, regardless if he did a lot of damage. And I think Jake Hadley, Tagir Ulanbekov, not the greatest of fighters, is holding you down. Jake Hadley, I think, can as well. He did lose to Hali and Paiva there as well. I think Jake Hadley is going to go out there and get the job done. White Kong himself. He beat Mitch Proposal. And Mitch Proposal, I know he didn't look the greatest in that fight. But, I know he didn't look the greatest in that fight, and he eventually did come back. He was losing early on. But Mitch Proposal is pretty good. I like Mitch Proposal. I gave Mitch Proposal kind of credit for doing alright in that fight. But he dominated Cage Warriors, dominated Luke Shanks there, and he beat Blaine O'Driscoll. I know Blaine O'Driscoll is not looking the greatest lately, but that's a good win. And he dominated Luke Shanks at Cage Warriors before as well. Dominated him. You know, I think he's gonna win against Alan Nascimento, and I think he'll get like an early first round sub, make it look easy. Nascimento's good though. What are the odds on this fight? I want to know the odds. Not bad. I'm alright with it. Minus 210 for Hadley, plus 175 for Nascimento. I don't mind it. Nascimento's good though. He's a good fighter. Like, don't count him out. He could get out there and win. Like we've seen last week. Clayton Rodriguez, CJ Vergara. Vergara looked good and won. I don't think he did. I thought it was a robbery, but he still made it close enough to where it's like he won the fight to the judges' eyes. You know, even though I don't think he won, but I thought Rodriguez won the fight. But you never know. I think Hadley goes out there though and gets the job done. We'll see what happens though. I think Hadley gets it done. He does sometimes. His chin's not the best at moments, but I don't think Nascimento's that guy to just flatline him out cold. I think Nascimento's more of a jiu-jitsu guy, and I think you can't play that jiu-jitsu game with Jake Hadley. So I am going to go for leaning Jake Hadley here to get the job done. Moving on up the card. Frank Camacho versus Manuel Torres. I am going to be going for Manuel Torres first round KO here. I just don't think Frank Camacho has it anymore, man. What are the odds for this fight? What? How is he a slight favorite? He should be a heavy favorite if I was... how is he a slight favorite? I don't know. I just don't think Frank Camacho has it anymore. I am going to be going with Manuel Torres. Camacho's older. He's taken the damage, man. He's taken the damage. He has taken the damage. Like, Justin James, you're making him look good. Justin James. Good. You're making him look good. I just don't know about that. Like, he got knocked out immediately in that fight, and I think Manuel Torres is better than Justin James. He did lose Beneil Dariush, but the Beneil Dariush is good. Nick Hines not good as well, but he's taking the damage. Knocked out badly by James against the cage. Jeff Neal, remember Jeff Neal head kicked him out cold badly. Drew Dober. Close fight there, but like Damian Brown, Nick Hines, how good are these fighters? Like, I think he's gonna go. I think Manuel Torres is gonna go out there, get the job done. He's 27. He's looking decently. Colton England on the contender streak, he's look good there. He did get heel hooked by not like these guys, but it was way back by 28, back in 2010 to a bad opponent. Let's be real, but I think he's gonna go out there and win. He's been looking good. I think he'll get an easy first round KO over Frank Camacho. I don't think Frank the Crank has got it anymore. I think he's gonna lose really badly round 1, but we'll see what happens. Moving on up the card, Caitlin Chookagian versus Amanda Ribas. I am gonna be going for Caitlin Chookagian here. Amanda Ribas is good. I don't know why she's taken this fight. She was supposed to fight Michelle Waterson back in March. I don't know why she's. I don't get it. Like, I don't know why she's moved up a division, but it's just. I guess there was no one for her to fight. I don't know why she moved up, but if she wins this one, she arguably can get a title shot just like that. So it is smart like that. But I think Chookagian is gonna win this fight. I think Chookagian's good enough to do it. She's 33. She's arguably deserved a title shot after a win over Jennifer Maia, and some people disagree with that Maia decision. She won against Maia. She landed more strikes. I know she's that type of fighter where it's like she arguably could have lost her last 3, but she won her last 3. It's kind of like that fighter. She beat Jennifer Maia though. She beat Maia twice, honestly. She beat Viviane Araujo, schooled Cynthia Calvillo. I think there's no question there. Andrade is good, if I'm being quite honest. Andrade is good. And by any other fighter that Shevchenko has faced, she made it most competitive. Like, she was landing good kicks on the feet, landing good shots. And I like how she fights as well. Very good. 1-2s here. I think she's a good fighter, and I think she's going to go out there and win against Amanda Ribas. Amanda Ribas is good, but her chin isn't the greatest. Caitlin Chookagian's not really a finisher, but she'll beat you up. For me, quite honest. Like, Jandiroba's rocking you, you know? Like, I know we just spoke about Jandiroba against Hill, but I don't know. Like, how really good is Paige Van Zant at this point? And Rana Marcos? Like, I don't know. She did beat Mackenzie Dern, but Dern has stuff coming up to that fight, and she wasn't in her best form. I just don't see it going well for her. Marina Rodriguez, not a bad loss, let's be real, but I think Chookagian can go out there and win. I don't think Maddie Ribas is powerful as Andrade. I don't think she has the grappling to maybe take down Chookagian. She could, but strawweight, I'm really worried about this pick, honestly, but because strawweights are usually better, naturally better than flyweights. But I'm gonna pick Chookagian here. 29-28, close decision. I wouldn't even be surprised if they rob her in the decision. But I think she'll win a decision unanimously. 29-28. Moving on up the card to the feature fight of the card. Louis Smolka versus Davey Grant. I think this is a terrible matchup for Louis Smolka. I am going to go Grant KOing him badly in the first round. Yeah, I just don't like it for Smolka, man. I don't think Smolka doesn't really have any. I don't think he really has anymore. Yeah, I am going to be picking him to, I'm going to be picking Grant here to KO him badly with a, like, right hand hook or something like that. Vince Morales, man, is KOing you. Morales isn't even a powerhouse, and he catched him from the clinch. He catched him. He landed good knees and single collar, and big right hand from Morales. Maybe it was a tight right hand, fair play, but that's not a good sign of a good chin if you're facing Davey Grant. And I know he beat Jose Alberto Quinones, but Quinones was actually looking good in that fight against him till he came back as Quinones gassed out. And you can say maybe he can out-grapple Davy Grant, but we've seen he's not really the best with grappling. Like, Matt Schnell triangled him. Casey Kenny one-arm guillotine choked him. Ryan McDonald is not really the greatest. So, like, what's about that win? I think Davy Grant's going to KO him badly in the first round. Davy Grant, I rewatched it. He beat Adrian Yanez. I don't care what you say. He beat Adrian Yanez. Clear. I don't know how you can score that for Yanez. He won the first 2 rounds against Yanez. At first, I was like, close fight. I was leaning Grant at first. I was like, Grant can actually win this fight. Like, I was watching it live, and I was like, Grant can maybe win it. I thought Grant can win that fight. And I rewatched it again, and I was like, Grant clearly won the fight. I think he is gonna KO Lewis Smoker pretty easily in the first round. And I just don't know. I think he made it close against Marlon Vera. I know a lot of people do, but he's good, man. He's good. Jonathan Martinez is looking pretty good as well, lately. Jonathan Martinez is actually looking pretty good in hindsight. So, yeah, I think he'll win it. I don't think Lewis Smoker has any striking for David Grant to worry about. If Yanez doesn't KO him, I don't think Smoker can. Moving on up the card. Coleman event. Ryan Superman Span versus Eon the Hulk Gutelaba. They should promote it like that. Superman Span. Hulk Gutelaba. They should both come with their weigh-ins. Superman Span with the Superman costume. And Gutelaba with that Hulk face paint in his body and his face. They should do that face to face. But for real though, I am gonna go for Ian Gutelaba here. I just don't think Ryan Span's that great, if I'm being quite honest. Like you're getting rocked by Anthony Smith's forearm. That's not a good sign, if I'm being honest. Like, you're getting rocked by Anthony Smith's forearm. And Smith he doesn't even punch that hard. I just don't see this going well for him. In this fight, I am gonna be going for Ion Gutelaba. And he has a bit of a grappling problem as well. And I think that Smith fight was just a huge expose. Like, that was like, oh, he just got exposed badly. And I think Ion Gutelaba's good, man. Like, Fair Play got KO'd by Ankalaev, but Ankalaev is good. One fight away from a title shot. If Ankalaev beats Anthony Smith, he's earned a title shot. You know? Like Dustin Jacoby was looking good in that fight, but he eventually gassed out. But against Devin Clark, looked good. Looked good against Devin Clark. Won against Devin Clark. And we see Devin Clark just bounce back against William Knight. So that's not even aging that bad. And Dustin Jacoby is actually looking good as well. Same with Khalil Roundtree. Like, his wins are aging well. The Sheriff's champion. Cannonier's fighting for a title shot. You know? Like, he's fighting Israel Adesanya next. Like, I think he's going to beat Ryan Span here by KO in the first round. Span gets chinned a lot, and if anything, I know Span could KO Gutelaba, but Gutelaba's cardio is massively improved. His grappling's good, so if I was him, I'd struggle on the feet with Span. And if there's any problems on the feet, take down Span, ragdoll him, and smash him. Span doesn't have that option. If Span gets cracked, he can't just take down Gutelaba. Gutelaba will have good defense. And I think Gutelaba's smart as well. He's smart, and he's really young. 28 years old. I'm taking him to win against Ryan Span. I think Span will get cracked in the feet. Maybe Span cracks Gutelaba back, but I think Span's going to be worried that Gutelaba... I think Gutelaba will take him down, Span. At first. Land some good shots. Span will kick him off. Span will be now worried about the takedown. I think Gutelaba is going to land some good leg kicks. I think Span lands a good shot, get his confidence back, and Gutelaba fakes a takedown, levels change, land a big right arm over the top, knock Span really badly in the first round, and I think he'll get the job done, and land ground pound shots afterwards. Gutelaba wins. moving on up the card to the main event, Jan Blachowicz versus Alexander Rakic. I'm gonna be going for Rakic here. At first when the fight, I was picking, I was picking Rakic for a while. When the fight first got announced, I was like, maybe Blachowicz, but I rewatched that Glover fight, man, and I can't get that Glover fight out of my head. Dude, he looked trash, man. He looked absolute trash against Teixeira. He did not look good at all. Like, I'm not even joking when I say that. Like, he looked absolute garbage against Teixeira, man. Like, I know it's Teixeira, but, like, a 50-year-old, not 50-year-old, like, 40-year-old is taking it down at this point and just ragdolling him, and I think Blachowicz kind of got exposed in that fight. And even the stand-up, Teixeira was rocking him here and there, like, he did not look good in that fight. I think the people that he fights are just doesn't have the same, like, people that he fights, like Dominic Reyes, he destroyed Reyes in that fight. Good job, he won that fight. I know he beat Anderson, but Anderson's kind of chinny, if I'm being quite honest. And I know Jacare, that fight was kind of boring, I'm going to mention that. Rockhold, kind of chinny. Reyes, let's be real, kind of chinny now at this point. And Adesanya moved up. And I know Blachowicz, and I think Rakic, man, his leg kicks are insane. Like, against Anthony Smith, destroyed Anthony Smith. Destroyed him. Like, he absolutely destroyed him. And I think this guy's going to become champion, man. I think Rakic is going to become champion. He beat Thiago Santos. Destroyed Santos. 2 leg kicks and done. Anthony Smith, when he got leg kicked twice, wasn't Anthony Smith. He was just some guy that had a sore leg. Same with Santos. Some people thought he lost to Santos. I think that's absolutely delusional. I think Rakic clearly won the first 2 rounds. 3rd round can maybe go Santos, but I don't think Blachowicz will win, man. I think he gets taken out a lot. He does check a lot of leg kicks, and I know Adesanya doesn't have the same power in leg kicks that Rakic has. Like, people say, oh, Adesanya, your leg's done if he leg you twice. Oh, look at Rakic. I think Rakic is gonna win this fight. I think Rakic will have fast leg kicks as well. I think he'll set him up. Like, Adesanya doesn't set him up, he just throws them. Same with Rakic sometimes, but I think Rakic is smart. Rakic will leg kick Blachowicz will switch stances. I think his back leg is, I think Rakic will take him down, double leg him, Tom Aspinall style, take down Blachowicz, and just pound him out. Maybe get a choke. I wouldn't even mind if it's a rear naked choke or something like that, but I'm gonna go decision for Rakic. And Rakic gets it done. Also, arguably can be undefeated in the UFC. He won against Ozdemir. It was a bad robbery. Knocked Mano out cold. And he lost to some guy early in his career. He got guillotined when he shot a takedown or something like that, but I don't know. We'll see. I know Blachowicz, I know he can check a lot of leg kicks. But Rakic, I think, will just go through the checks and just pound. We'll see though. And against Adesanya, he can get a good read and he can check a lot of good leg kicks. Rakic, I think, can get the job done. We'll see what happens though. And yeah, that's the full card breakdown for UFC Vegas 54. And also Rakic, he does have a boring style, and I think this will be a boring fight, if I'm being quite honest. He doesn't care about the fans, he cares about the victory. And this is in the Apex, so it's not like he's gonna get, like, boo! So yeah. In the Apex, silent arena. I know there's some fans, but I don't think they really care. Yeah. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. This is the full card breakdown for UFC Vegas 54. Blachowicz versus Rakic, and yeah. Peace out, guys. Woo! Peace out.